Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday Super Friends Chill session. I'm Mike Thompson, and it's my birthday. It's my birthday, you guys, and so I'm gonna be acting a fool because I can. I'm officially at the age where I can say whatever I want, and you have to be polite to me. So anyway, today we have our usual suspects. We got Tony and Brad are up in here.
Hello,
Tony,
everybody.
Brad, how are you?
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We also have a little bit of a something different. We're adding one of our previous guests, one of our current guests. So we have Mr. IR Sculpts Ian is in the
Hey,
house.
what's up, Mike? Happy birthday, dude. Happy
Thanks,
birthday.
brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
And we also have Ryan Raymack is in the house as well, joining us today. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great. How are you? Happy
Good, man.
birthday.
Thank you, brother. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. So yeah, we don't have music today. Bradley is doing family stuff, which I try to talk him out of. Anytime I get a chance to try to
Disrupt the family.
weaken his link as a father and a husband, I do. He doesn't go for it all the time.
Yeah,
So
he's so selfish that way, man.
he's such a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
So
the heck,
anyway,
man?
we lost a Bradley, but we gained a Ryan and an Ian, so it's all good. That being said, we don't have music, but I think that that's okay. We're just going to be working on stuff today. So I'm going to go around the room and let's see what everybody is doing. I'm going to start with Ian.
Oh
Ian,
boy,
what you working on today, man?
I got this Demogorgon piece because I love Stranger Things, and
Okay.
everybody seems to love Stranger Things, but everybody's been doing Vecnas and stuff, and I was like, hey, let's do something different. So
Right.
I've actually been blocking. I started this piece on my Pixelogic stream, and it just really just been trying to push it to that next level. So playing with color right now, trying to figure out. He looks a little too pale at the moment. So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, it's good. Enjoying it. Trying some new stuff. Getting it done.
Nice. All right. Tony, what about you? What are you up to? Hey, that's still Ian. Ian, stop talking all the spotlight.
Tony's
No.
talking
What are you
Ian.
up to today?
I'm here to stay, man.
We look just alike. I came across this really interesting 2D concept by Daniel Warren on Instagram of Freddie Mercury. And I
Nice.
love the arms and position of his fingers. And I just thought it might be an interesting sculpt. So I kind
That is
of
fresh.
fleshed it out in 3D.
Nice.
So today I'm getting the sneakers blocked in and done. His wrestling Adidas. I feel like people are saying Adidas now instead of Adidas because I guess that's the proper way to say it. But I don't know.
I think those people are crazy. I'm gonna say Adidas.
It's
Yeah.
Adidas.
Papa call him Clay. Mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. All right. Tony is out of here. Brad Groteman, what are you up to?
Just going through some of the sculpts I did of tick characters from the past and kind of getting them ready for printing. I have to kind of go through and start cutting and keying them and stuff like that. So
Nice.
doing a little reacquainting myself with the stuff that I did and having to fix all the crap that I did wrong, and then do some.
So this is one of my favorite pieces of Brad's. I never told him that, but it's funny because Brad did this piece how long ago? This is actually an older piece, right?
At least 2 or 3 years.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's like 5 or 6, man.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
So what's really dope about this is pay attention to what he did with the base, with the city, because 3 of my favorite sculptures right now are the Sideshow Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Gwen Stacy, which I got to see in person at Sideshow. And they have these stylized buildings as a base, which are fresh. And just want to know, Brad did it first. He doesn't always get credit. I'm gonna give him credit on Stylus League. He did it first.
Dude, the one that I did for Miles is a lot closer to that. And I got
True that.
Yeah.
All right.
That Miles Morales is awesome, dude.
The Miles
Thanks.
is dope. Isn't that your background? Didn't you just have it open when you closed your ZBrush?
I did, yeah. But
I'll flex it to show you.
Yeah, I get so little opportunity, Mike. I gotta take advantage of it,
This guy.
But you can't see the city in the picture on my wallpaper.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
I'm,
All right.
I'm hiding it for.
Well,
10
I'm going to come back to you because we got Ryan too, and you're being
I understand.
selfish.
I understand.
Okay. We also have Ryan up in here. Ryan, what are you doing? Oh, you got some rockabilly business going on. What's happening?
Tom
Yeah.
Loof.
I'm gonna be cleaning up my Rockadoodle piece and getting this ready for print.
Nice. Nice pose, man. I like it.
Thanks.
Well done. Okay, Ryan is a man of few words. And let's be honest, I'm a birthday boy, so it's all about me. I am working on today getting my fur together for Lion-O. So I have this piece which I started dumb long ago. This is from the first Stylus League show with Danny and Bradley, and I'm going in now. And as you can see, I've been detailing the gauntlet. I started getting the fur on the legs, leg. Just cleaning up some of the muscle stuff that I had just kind of blocked in and sculpting the hand. You can see that is still, it's still kind of just a block in at this point. And then when that's done, I'm going to be adding fur. So that's what I'm up to today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That piece
right.
is sick, man.
It is
I
beautiful.
love the fur on that. I just love the fur on the arms, how it's all waving.
Thanks, bro.
Oh,
So listen, full disclosure, just so you guys know, I'm not like splitting the atom over here. These are Pablo Munez's brushes. Like that guy, all credit goes to Pablo for just having the skills to do every damn thing. But yeah, adding the fur is just like, it's like when you edge the grass, right? Like the grass looks great when you cut it. When you edge it, oh my God, that's what's up.
yeah.
Yep. So
No,
all right,
no,
guys.
his brushes are awesome. I have his brushes too. I
Yeah.
think I've bought like almost all of Pablo's brushes.
I know.
Yeah, it's
How
automatic.
can you not? How can
Yeah,
you
it's
not?
automatic. Once it comes out, okay. I don't even know what they are yet, but I'm going to get them because I'm sure I'll be using them at some point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show. So everybody do what you're going to do. So just so folks know, if you've never been here, I see a lot of usual suspects, right? Thanks for the birthday wishes, Jamie B, Ram. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. If anybody is watching this show either now or in the future, people of Earth, this is not our regular Friday show. This is just a very low maintenance guys hanging out, sculpting and talking show. This is not interview style, no pressure on anything, and we can work on whatever we want to work on. So that being said, let me make Brad's screen big one more time because I want to see. This is the thing he was talking about that he did last year, right? Year before last?
Yes, I feel that I blazed the trail for Sideshow. You're welcome, fellas. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Sideshow.
Yes. They've been knocking down my door ever since. But
yeah, no doubt. Yeah. You and me both. One of these days, I'll get my foot in the door to do a superhero for them.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I'm happy. Okay, so how's everybody? I mean, I know it's really early for Ian.
Yeah, it's a little early.
The rest of us are East Coasters. How's your day going?
So far, so good. Haven't had trouble with white yet, so you know.
Knock
So-
on.
Oh yeah, hold on. There we go.
Real.
yeah, I was going to say, Mike, you shouldn't be talking about lawn mowing or edging grass at this
Yeah,
point.
because
It's
you're
a
gonna
bad
put
move.
that in that atmosphere.
Wait, what? Oh, for you guys too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the icing on the cake. I didn't want to be all passe up in this piece, as we say in the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, talk about the hood and talk
We
about
sure
edging up
do.
the grass lawn.
Exactly. What is grass?
Grass.
Yeah, there's not much of it left here in California. It's
Oh my
all
gosh.
drying
Oh,
up,
God.
man.
Oh,
you guys are
so
still in a drought, right?
Yeah, we're always in a drought, man.
Jeez.
I got to
I
hang out
don't
with
know.
Ian recently. You guys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step all over your grass conversation.
And yeah,
Come on, man.
You see what I did there? See what I did? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on fire already. Don't let the gray confuse you. Yeah, I got to hang out with Ian. What was that, like 3 weeks ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You popped in to California for a bit. It was awesome, man.
It's fun. You know what? California knows how to party. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We have our moments.
that obscure little place on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you gotta let me know whenever you're in town.
Absolutely. I thought it was very interesting. So Ian told me he grew up next to the place I was staying at, and I still can't think of the name of that place. Did you ever figure it out? It's like
It's right off the 5. I think it's like
it's a vineyard slash hotel
yeah.
place.
That place
And
has
it's
been there a long time. But it's like it's had a few names too, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I right where you were at. I grew up in that area, like Sun Valley. It's just like
Okay.
right on the edges of Burbank, and it's like a real like quick skip and a hop into to Los Angeles. Like where I'm at right now, it's like I'm in the middle of everything.
right.
So 5 minutes in either direction, you're in a new town. It's crazy.
You know, I had to drive to, so I was in LA. I was actually in North Hollywood, Ian, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, I was in North Hollywood. I had to drive to Sideshow, which I don't know why I thought Pixo and Sideshow were near each other, but they are not.
They are not, no. Well,
Yeah.
actually, what's funny in Burbank, there is another place that's called Pixologic, not Pixologic.
Interesting.
It's spelled with an E. So for a long time, I thought that's where the old Pixologic building was, but
Uh-huh.
nope.
Wow.
So I can
that's
see how
weird.
that misconception pops in because there's another place with a similar name.
Yeah, yeah. But I just remember thinking, so I'm a big fan of the Californians on Saturday Night Live. And and I just kept looking at names of places and I was like doing the Californians voice. It was fun. You guys don't have to like it. I liked it.
You
Screw
do know
you.
how to party, Mike. You wild man.
It doesn't take a lot to impress me.
As long as you're having fun, man, that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
It was in
Might as
traffic. Yeah. I see the traffic situation hasn't changed.
No, man, that's never gonna change. That's it. It's funny actually because when I was working actually in manufacturing a few years back, and Obama had come into town, I remember on the news they were like, "Oh, President of the United States is stuck in traffic. We need to like figure out how to get him out." And I'm
Right.
sitting there thinking, if you could figure out how to get anyone out of traffic, you're
Right.
gonna have to tell us because we're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Good luck, man. Godspeed.
Oh.
Here. Oh.
Ryan, did you have a good time last night, man?
I did.
Good.
Blast.
Good. All right.
Like, is that hand all like just a solid piece? Like,
Yes.
like just the impression of fingers carved in?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I could have done it another way, but I don't know. I've been on this hand sculpting thing lately where I just do it from nothing and I have fun with it. Don't
It's so
judge me.
much easier that way.
Don't judge me, Brad.
Brad's like, you didn't rig the hand, and
Why?
Oh, you have a lot of room to talk, Mister. I'm going to retopo everything, even
Shut
though
up.
it doesn't.
I didn't mean for that to backfire on me tremendously.
Tony knew immediately that was a mistake.
Yeah. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I said, I should have shut the hell up.
Yes, that's correct, Tony. You should have.
Only model with every pair of shoes. So, does anybody else watch the Resident Evil show, the new one?
No, is it good?
I enjoyed it. It's getting a
Yeah.
little bit of slack for some folks, but I'm not the biggest horror genre fan, but I like the show a lot.
I liked it too. Yeah. Ian Ram says, "What's up, Sensei?"
Hey, what's up, Ram? Oh, you don't have to call me that. I'm no sensei. I just spread the good word of ZBrush.
B is telling me where I can get music. You can use Pretzel, use music, stream friendly. Really interesting. All right, I might need to check that out. Pretzel. Write that down.
Oh, Pretzel Rocks? Yeah, that's pretty good. The music isn't as popping as what you got going most of the time.
Or-
Whatever's Bradley's playlist is, he needs to like give you access.
Yeah. He has a He has a Spotify account. You know what I ended up getting finally again was I got the one thing I got for Prime Day was they have 4 months of Prime Music for free. So I got that.
Nice.
So I will be listening to all kinds of 90s hip hop when I get up out of here.
Heck yeah.
I managed to avoid Prime Day and not buy
I
any.
tried to get you guys to join.
You tried
me.
really hard.
I know, because they had, Anycubic had plenty of deals.
Because that's what Brad needs is another
I
Anycubic
do.
printer. How many do you have now?
I have 4, but
Right.
3 of them are at my job.
They're still yours,
They're still mine,
just so you know.
but they're not immediately at hand.
I'd like to know if Mrs. Groatman knows of all of these printer purchases.
Luckily, the email notices we get that I got for that were lost with all the other email notices I got for the stuff that she buys. So,
Oh, there you go.
You and the Secret Service. Good for you.
yeah, we're both really bad at keeping records of stuff that we do.
Exactly. Nice.
I think that's the key to our marriage surviving. If one person makes an irresponsible purchase, the other one doesn't get mad. We think, oh, good, now I can go do the same thing, and I have coverage.
That's just ammo.
Yeah. So we're happy but broke.
Isn't that half of America though?
No, not the happy part. We're talking about.
The happy is the important part.
There you go.
Yeah.
Convinced that I had all these different zip files of this thing that I could use, and they're all just gone. Like I have to kind of like just obviously I had them because I uploaded this to Sketchfab, and now they just don't exist anymore. I don't understand where things go. I'm feeling like Mike here.
I see what you did there, you douche. Thank you. Never let Brad miss an opportunity to tell people how unorganized I am with my file structures. Also, Ram, are you insane? No, I did not go through Compton. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot different than it used to be back in the day, but
I drove through Compton once by accident with my 4-year-old daughter. It was interesting.
Has Compton gotten to a point where it's like DC yet? Because there are parts of DC that used to be ridiculous, like you just couldn't go through them, and they're so gentrified now that if you don't have $12 in your pocket, you're not getting a coffee.
I've only been in Compton once. That was like 12 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that's like parts of Brooklyn now.
Yeah. My one of my kids has an internship in New York, and she is she's there. She's like, it's just very gentrified right now. She did say she got a bagel for $9.
Hope it was good.
It was a
Best
bagel.
bagel of her life.
It was a bagel.
I remember my first time as a sort of adult in college. I went to New York because they had this college radio thing, and I'm not used to I've only been in New York as like a young teenager with my parents and friends, little trips like that. I'm there by myself, and I go to a club, and I'm not really drinking yet. So I go in the club, and it's for like this college DJ radio station thing, and it has these bands there. And I order a Coke, and I got finesse. I think I paid like $12 for like a little cup of Pepsi because I didn't order a drink. And I felt too embarrassed to say, "What the hell are you doing?" So I just paid for it, and that ruined my take on New York for the rest of my life.
And that was the last time.
That's the last time I ever bought anything in New York.
Sure.
I don't know a lot about New York. All I know is the Cokes are $12 there, and
yes, I'm not going back ever.
Thanks, Giuliani.
Pretty much.
I don't think I don't know when I was there last. I'm not really the globetrotter that you are, Tony and Mike.
By globetrotter, he means he does not go anywhere
He
other
doesn't
than
go
work.
anywhere.
Work and home. That's it.
He might hit up the local Wawa. That's it.
I gotta think, Brad. DoorDash and Uber Eats and all those things, they must be like a godsend for you, right?
No, because if I order from them, I have to have people come to my house. That's
But they can
worse.
leave it outside.
No, man, they
You
can't.
never have to see them.
No,
They get attacked by his whole zoo.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is
That is true.
His attack cats.
Brad has got like you might be the only person I know that's more antisocial than I am when it comes to not doing this thing.
Mhm.
Not a fan of people, I think.
Yeah, I that's where we diverge. You and I see things differently.
Ooh, ZBrush, don't you do it.
Much like the sun, I think people are overrated.
Yes.
So, Ian, I know you're in the
Yeah.
office over there.
Yep.
I gotta think, and this is on some very big-headed nature. I gotta
Mhm.
think Paul and the guys must be happy with those numbers I put up on Thursday, bro. See those numbers? Those numbers, son?
No, actually, I didn't.
I don't want to say I crushed it.
Oh,
It
no.
was like at 6,000 before,
Yeah.
like by the end of that afternoon.
Like it was like 54 on the day of, and then I think it's like
Oh,
6
hell yeah.
something now.
Some
Nice.
people it was
nice.
your birthday then too, Mike. Is that part of it, or
No, you know what I think it is for real? I didn't stream my last 2 times. So
People
I
are
think
missing you.
I think less is more. Maybe I'm overexposed, which
I don't
I'm
want to
sure
say it was the quality of the base mesh you started with.
this is true, but I got my base mesh from Brad. So
Yeah,
once
Oh,
again,
oh.
I want to take all the
once again,
credit.
the Groatman, the Groatson duo has triumphed.
Well, that's awesome, dude.
Thanks.
Actually, we track the numbers like a couple days afterwards too. So usually, like on Monday, I'll pop in and see.
Nice.
So it's nice to know, man. I mean, come
Thanks,
on,
man.
dude. What's not to love, dude? Your streams are awesome.
Oh, I wasn't fishing. Thank you. Tell me more.
Yeah, he was.
Well, that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, don't his head's already big enough.
Ian can't stay, you guys. Sorry, he has things to do.
That was the last we heard from
All right, well, in the ether I go, back in my cave.
Tell us about the new digs, man. What do you think being the new Joe?
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah?
Like, well, it's a little bit of pressure too, though, because it's like, dude, there's no replacing Joseph Trust, man. Like, he's awesome. The fact that like to even come close to like quote calling, I don't even call it a replacement, man. It's just like it's just an honor to be in the position
Nice.
to be there and to be with everyone. The team is great. So what's neat is like we're all talking about new, fresh ideas, you know, stuff we want to do, stuff that people wanted to do for years that, you know, just they didn't have the time. So it's kind of neat because it seems equally well received where fresh blood is good.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice, man.
I
But of
heard.
course,
I
you
saw.
know.
Oh, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I saw that Louis Tucci just got switched over to creative
Excellent.
director too.
Oh yeah.
Am I wrong about that?
I don't think so. No. I don't know what I can and can't say.
Oh no!
See.
I just. Oh, I'll shut up.
Hey, but the fact that, you know, hey, you said it first. We'll confirm or deny later, brother.
Nice. You are filling the role nicely.
Yeah, perfect. But no, man, it's really cool because, you know, there's there's always talks about how to improve or help the community get the knowledge that they want, and the fact that I can even be a voice of that, it's just such an honor, man. So I'm enjoying myself.
Nice. I was playing around with Forger on my new iPad Pro the other day, and I think I got a lot to learn, obviously, because I think it does way more than I expected. So I'm very interested to get my hands dirty with that.
Yeah, I need to get an iPad and start playing with that stuff myself.
I've been anti iPad Pro forever, and then Bradley talked me into getting one, and dude, I love it. Like,
Nice.
I'm telling you, like I can do my illustrations on the computer and then bounce over to the iPad, and I don't lose any of my layers or anything, any of my effects. It's pretty fresh.
That is really cool. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about iPad and all the different apps. Procreate's like damn near replaced Photoshop in the concept world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's dope. And so I've had Procreate for a really long time, and I was wondering why I liked it so much. I was talking to the Corel Painter guys, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, the guys that make Procreate came from Corel, or whatever their
Oh.
last iteration was. They've changed their names like 4 times, but they used to be on the Painter team."
Now, is it like substantially different from Photoshop, or is it mostly that it's on the iPad, so it's more portable?
No, it's.
Both.
I'm sorry. You want to go, Ian? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's affordable. I mean, okay, if you already have an iPad, it's like what, $10, something
Yeah.
like that. It's ridiculously affordable if you have an iPad, but it's just super intuitive to the current iPad users. Where like I feel like as far as drawing and painting goes, it's been leaving the desktop for a while.
Yeah.
And as a professional, especially if you're on the go and you're traveling a lot,
Yeah.
it makes the most sense to have it. So I think people were jumping at it with the idea of just like, oh, hey, I can do this thing while we're traveling and stuff like that. And then people just started relying on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's super intuitive.
And for Procreate too, like it has the brushes feel much more traditional, kind of like Corel does, as opposed to Photoshop, where you can load in those brushes and get a lot of those same effects. Like I know guys like Jason Seiler who have been only using Photoshop, and their stuff looks very real world. But for some reason, I'm drawn to Painter and Procreate.
From a numbers perspective, like my high schoolers and middle schoolers, those are the kids that grew up on their iPads and iPhones, and they're 16, 18, 20 years old now. So they're used to using that touchscreen.
Yeah.
And that's their world now. So it just makes more sense to them as the coming generation of artists, I think. At least that's how I see it.
No, that makes the most sense. I mean, I hand my son, like, first time I handed him an iPad, I think was he like 5 or 6, and he was just on it.
Yeah.
I remember having to look at it and figure it out.
I will tell you, I was infuriated when I was using Photoshop on there, and I could not figure out how to cut and paste. I still don't know exactly how to do it. I think it's some swipe action, some gesture action, but it's not in the interface. Like this is like the one
How
thing in
often do you have to
Photoshop.
cut and paste in Photoshop?
Yeah, I mean, who's using cut and paste in
It's
Photoshop?
rare. It's so rare.
But that's like their bread and butter, man. feel like Photoshop dropping the ball.
I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it yet.
He's old and confused. It's all right.
Okay. You give him a pass because it's his birthday.
Yeah, he's getting up there, guys.
I am. And screw you guys.
Let's see.
So, Mike, you got any birthday plans today? What you doing?
I believe I'm going to dinner with my kids and my girl. Gonna go have a little birthday / late Father's Day deal.
Nice.
So that's fun. I might have a iPad related birthday present at someone's house that I need to get. Sand
Very
gray
cool.
or santan. Red nose.
Well,
So
so you did take advantage of Prime Day.
I did not, but someone that I know
Kind
did.
of, yeah.
Yes. Did I benefit from it? Yes. Do I support it? Hell no.
Did I specifically request it? Yes.
Yes. He was like, "You sure you want this color?" I was like, "Listen." Well, Ian, there was and Ryan, there was a there's this keyboard case that you can get from Logitech, which is $100 cheaper than the sanctioned Apple one. And I was like, "Oh, I want this thing." And so I looked, and on Prime Day, the one that is this insane sand beige color was $70 cheaper than the one that's the, slate gray or charcoal gray, whatever it is. And of course, nobody wants the other one. But I was like, you know what? I'm paying $70 for a color. So
Nothing wrong with sand. It's not like it was like it was just like toxic green. It's sand.
yeah.
It's summer themed.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can
So,
talk
yeah.
myself into buying anything, so it's not really
Much like not Danny DeVito, who was Joe Pesci in Easy Money. I like everything in like a dark black.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
Oh man. Oh, Shane Olsen's in here. Damn, I missed a whole lot of people. We got
Oh,
Chris Freeze. What's up, Chris? I never freeze. We got Shane saying hello.
What's up, Shane?
Command C, Command V on an iPad. Smart guy.
He's like, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna tell him what's up.
Thanks, Shane. Tell me how to do it on an iPad. I'm not that old.
I was going to say, if
You are.
you didn't know that by now. He's not
Right.
really, you can't help him.
What is this command button you speak of? What's up, Matt?
I've never known.
Hey guys.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah. That's funny.
Nice.
Everybody's giving you crap today, Mike. You can't escape
Hey,
it.
that's the day for it. It's all good. But when 300 years you guys reach, look as good you will not. That's all I'm saying.
You know it.
I'm almost there.
Now, here's a real question. Do you feel it, though?
No, I don't feel it. I'm having to do stuff that grown people do that I don't like. Like this is a lot of information. I'll keep it brief. I gotta get a particular exam that you need to get when you get to be at a certain age.
Of course.
I'm not looking forward to that one at all.
Oh, I got to do that too. Damn.
Yeah. Not looking forward to that one. It's a little invasive for me. But I'll leave it at that.
Do what you got. It's important, man. Do what you got.
It is important. It's important, man.
Yep.
So, other than that, I did make a joke when I was making the appointment, and I don't think the woman that was setting it up for me took it as funny at all.
I'm sure they probably.
I told her that I maintain my youth by being extremely immature, and she was just like, "Oh." I'm like, "I ain't trying to date you. I don't care if you like my humor."
Yeah, I think they've heard it all. Yeah,
Probably.
exactly.
I'm like,
I
I
mean,
know that's the
but
worst thing you said.
if you were trying to date her, you'd have to at least get some credit for choosing the best time to try and ask somebody out.
I know, right?
That would definitely be a bold choice.
Super Bowl.
That's right. I would like the 15th, please. Also, what are you doing on Saturday?
I'm a little busy that afternoon, but
The Saturday before the 15th.
We've evolved already.
This will be live streamed on the next Stylus League.
Yeah. Next time.
Oh God, gross! No, that will not be the case. That was the last time anybody heard from Mike. So, Ian, where is Maxon located? Are they also in LA?
Okay. So they're actually in Thousand Oaks in the California
Oh.
side, but
So
they're
that's-
everywhere.
Isn't Thousand
So-
Oaks where Sideshow is?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thousand. Yeah. So they got an office in Thousand Oaks, and then the Pixelogic old office,
Mhm.
and then they're in Germany. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. That's that's just they'll butcher it.
Okay.
They're in Canada and Japan. So
Okay.
those are the little spots.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to visit all the offices one day. That'd be cool.
I wish I had known that they were in Thousand Oaks while I was over there. I would have seen if I could come by and say hello.
Yeah, I'm sure Paul Babb, who's on the Maxon side, would have definitely had you over. He's an awesome dude.
Very cool. I like that it's the Pauls now.
Yeah, it's the Paul. We got Z Paul and Paul Babb. That's what we
Yep.
call Gabri.
I was telling people I was shocked to find out, and this is the last time I will ever mention it because I know I keep harping on this shit. I was shocked to see that you are taller than Paul. I did not think that such a thing existed, but that was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
damn, man, he's a big boy.
How
it
tall is
will.
he?
Well, I'm 6'4",
Okay.
and it's funny though because when I met Paul, like I'd never seen him in person. I've only seen him on streams, and vice versa. So when we finally met, I was like, "Oh, another tall person. This is nice."
Yep. Yeah. And I'm a shorty myself, but standing next to you guys, I was like, oh, I don't like this.
You ain't that short.
I'm 6'1".
Yeah,
I'm
that's not-
6'1", Tony, you bastard.
I was going to say once you said Ian was tall, Tony's like, wait a minute, I got to find out. It's
Tony's like, I'm 6'11".
yeah, Tony's the biggest. He's usually the tallest one around.
Yeah.
It gets old when you've been the same height since 8th grade.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I was usually the tallest one in my class. It wasn't until high school, my junior year, where finally this 9th grader came in, and he was like going up to like 6'6", 6'7" at the time.
Wow.
And then immediately, like the first day I saw him, a week later, he was already like basketball team. He had it.
Yeah.
He was set.
They come after you. They're like, hey, you. They like run after you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Good player.
They asked me a bunch of times, like, "Oh, you want to play basketball?"
Mhm.
For
Do
me,
you
I
play?
now. No, I don't play.
Oh, man. We're wasted. Sorry. I had to do it.
That was the last time we ever saw Ian. This guy.
What was I gonna ask you? Oh, did you guys see that that 14-year-old kid they're calling Little Hulk?
Oh my gosh.
It can't be.
Yeah.
It can't be safe for that guy, right, Tone?
Scary.
He's freaking lifting. What did he say that
He's 14 years old. I think he's either 6'4" or 6'5", and
Yeah.
he's 315 pounds.
Yep.
And he looks like the Incredible Hulk when he gets mad. And it's just like he's just a big mass of like muscle.
But with a baby face.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And what did they say? Like he can, I think he can squat some crazy amount, man.
I think they said he could deadlift 400 or something like that.
Yeah,
Now,
that's right.
The heck?
it's deadlifting though. It's a little.
Child's life.
You know, us as sports guys.
I know. I was like, is that a lot? I don't even know.
I mean, for a 14-year-old,
Yeah.
yes, I would say yes, it is.
I know I can do at least half of that, and I'm 10 times his age.
Don't say that to his face, Mike.
Take that, baby Hulk.
Hey, who's that standing behind you?
All Ian.
Wait, what?
That's your new name. Of all the Ians I know, none. You'll be tall Ian.
I'll be telling you. Perfect.
Boom.
You're also the shortest Ian he knows.
Perfect.
You got
I'm on a roll, guys.
Oh, yeah. Shane says without a keyboard, you need to set up hotkeys like gestures. Yeah, that's the thing. Learning all the more stuff for me to learn. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I have a hard enough time switching between Xbox and PlayStation. I got to learn all the friggin' gestures too.
I know it.
So Ryan, we can't get a word in edgewise, man. Come on.
People
Focus,
just don't
man.
stop. They just don't stop talking. You just can't.
Did you say you're cutting in
I don't
pink
want to
today?
interrupt those stories.
Oh, riveting. Are you? Did you say you're cutting in pink today?
My audience are riveted.
Getting there. I'm preparing mesh and geometry for it.
Nice.
Wise words.
I am. Yeah, this is. I have to break in my new printer and see if I can get it to making sure it prints correctly. So I'm just gonna try and find something that I can print.
Oh, Brad, are you going to get one of those? So do you have? It took me getting a Canon camera, but do you have one already so that you can get that resin lapse that Uncle Jesse is?
No, I don't have that one because I mean I don't really have I don't have a channel that I'd be like, everyone look at my print coming out.
Oh, come on, dude! It just looks cool to see it in real time. I mean, not real time, but fast time.
But how much? So just out of curiosity, how much would it cost for it to look that cool?
The only thing you need if you have the camera already is I think it's a $25 cable. The cable plugs into your camera, and there's a little light sensor that goes in the back of your printer, and every time that light cures a layer, it takes a shot. And then it stitches it all together in any application, and you see it as like it's cool. It just rises right out of the resin, and you see the whole thing like print.
Think about how depressing it would be when you have a failed print and you get to see a time lapse
And not do a damn thing about it.
Resin just slowly falling off of the build plate.
See, I would look at that as a positive of having a failed print, because you're gonna have a failed print either way, and you wouldn't get to see it happen. At least now you get to see it.
Well, at least it looked cool.
Yeah,
Failing.
that's right.
Look at all that
Silver lining of the fail.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the guy who did this trick where he has the Anycubic vat, curing that with alcohol? He shines a UV light into his tub of isopropyl alcohol, cures it, and then he strains out the alcohol to reuse it over and over again, so he doesn't have to get a fresh thing every time. It's pretty useful, I think.
Wait, it cures in the alcohol?
So what he does is he has this UV light, and he shines it into the tub. Because you know how when you rinse off your print, the resin falls to the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So he cures the resin in the isopropyl alcohol, and then he drains it out and reuses the alcohol over and over again, so he doesn't have to keep getting tubs of alcohol.
Yeah, I
smart.
remember. Yeah, I remember you posted that once in the chat. Yeah, that was. I mean, it's definitely a good idea.
That's my least favorite part of changing the alcohol, is getting that soup out of the bottom. It's so gross.
You just leave it out. You put it out in the sun, let it cure.
Yeah. The last time I tried to clean my I set up my bottle. I was like, oh, I'm going to put this used resin in this bottle, and then I'll dispose of it that way. And I had a paper funnel that I wasn't thinking. The paper funnel needs to go inside of a plastic funnel.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you
I,
just tried to put the the paper.
I just-
is that how that works?
Yes.
yes, and I just used the paper and I poured that thing in, and that paper fell over like you
Nope.
would expect. And man, I had a desk full of alcohol. That shit was
That is
terrible.
not. But I did the same thing. You could smell it for a while.
So now I feel really dumb because I was like, these funnels they work, but they're really a pain to use, and that's
Yeah.
because. All right, well, that's humbling. That's
Now
a
you
humbling
know.
thing.
Knowing's half the battle. As they say.
You go.
Yeah, Joe.
You go.
There you go.
How quickly does it like a UV light cure it? Does it happen quickly? Like is it kind of like immediate?
No.
In the videos I've seen, it looked like it was relatively fast. I mean, a few minutes.
It depends on your printer. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff cures now within 3 to 5 seconds
Yeah.
per layer.
I know I got one of those little pin lights, and I regretted it. I wish I had gotten the big boy, because the little pin light takes forever to cure.
Okay.
I got that one to shine in the hole of the piece, so you can cure the stuff that's on the inside as well, or the inside of it.
I think the thing that saved me recently that I didn't know is that you can clean out your resin tray. I didn't know there was a setting for clean, and it just cures the whole bottom layer. And you just peel it off whenever you get the little uncured pieces in the vat.
I think that's relatively new though.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
think
Elgoose was the first one to do that, but because I had an Epax X1 first gen printer for like 2-3 years. I ran that thing all the time, and it had nothing like that. And then very recently I saw Uncle Jesse. It was like, oh yeah, just you have a failed, cure the bottom of the tank. I'm like, wait, what? What are we talking about, man?
And it blew my mind because I used to always I would have to dump the tray,
Right.
and then carefully scrape off because you don't want to poke a hole through the bottom of the
Which I've done.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With regularity, yeah.
Wait, does Brad? You also have the Photon Mono X2, right? You have one of those?
Yeah.
Does ours do that?
That's an excellent question.
He's like, maybe.
Glad you asked. Let me tell you.
Let's find out.
I was gonna say, when you find out, Mike, you let me know.
There you go. Stylus League information. Don't say we don't tell you stuff. Matt says, I think I'm going to try again with my wash and cure station. I do that with sunshine. Yeah.
I remember when Mike first used that that washing thing for like 3 days. He's like, listen to it, go.
Look at the spin. Look at the spin.
Yeah. That was exciting to me.
I got the smaller one, and it wasn't nearly as exciting. I can tell you the truth. I tried it. I was like, I can't wait to see this crazy spinning that Mike did. No.
Like a vortex.
Apparently, you get what you pay for.
Well, I got the small one. So for my small one, I put water in there, and after I take it out of the alcohol bath, I put it in the water one and spin it on the for that.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. See, I have to get some. What did you have before? What was like a green?
Yeah, I don't like that. Does anybody else use the? I watched Uncle Jesse do the simple green, so I bought it.
Yeah.
But golly, man, it becomes so soapy and bubbly, and it's really hard to get that off of the thing once you clean it.
It is a bit of a process. I started using that when the pandemic hit. I actually ended up getting an ultrasonic cleaner. So, and that became a process. It was like you put your part in for 5 to 8 minutes at 30°C, and then the supports would fall off. But then you need to take a toothbrush and spend like 3 minutes scrubbing, and then you put it back, and then you got to make sure it's really rinsed off well because that stuff sticks to resin, and then you got to cure it. It is a pain. It's a process, but it does work pretty well.
I found that just buying the alcohol, it was like so much easier than that simple grade. And now it's not hard to get it now anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. We're back.
back, baby.
I feel like when Brad gave me the tip to set up my layer curing time to like a second or two longer so it cures harder, I don't have as many issues as I was having with all that stuff. And now I just jinx myself and all my prints are
Yeah,
going
I
to
say.
Yep, you're screwed.
I'm screwed.
Absolutely done.
I knew it as soon as I said it.
Yeah, that wash and cure station that's worth the money. That was a good purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Not have that before, and it's not quite the same. Does make a cool sound too. That helps.
See,
I'm not gonna lie.
I love the fact that the wash and cure both washes and cures.
Oh, really?
Yep.
They should try and find a way to market that better.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you knew that, Tone.
They should give it a name
Well,
that kind of
well, now
drives
I know.
everything. Yeah, they should.
Oh, now I'm gonna buy 3 of them.
Yeah, there you go.
You sold me, Mike.
Thank you. Please send proceeds to Mike Thompson.
A
Care of
Super
South
Friends show brought to you by Anycubic.
It's the only wash and cure I use.
I don't normally wash and cure my stuff, but when I do,
But when I do,
You know, I have the wash and cure machine too. I have actually found myself using the tub less and less and less,
Yeah,
and just hand treating it all
yeah.
with
that
a
makes sense.
spray bottle and a toothbrush.
Oh wow. Now, couldn't you use the tub, wash it, and then use the toothbrush and have less time?
I found that it doesn't really save me time because I end up setting the timer on the thing and then I don't do anything.
where's but like when you spray it with a spray bottle, like are you spraying it over a trash can or?
Just a little silicone mat.
So I mean, do you lose the alcohol then?
I use about 20 to 1 or 20% alcohol to water.
Mm.
So I don't actually use that much alcohol, just enough to clean the spot.
Because that was the thing.
We're
I've seen some people do that because it's they'll spray it. Like the only issue is you would kind of you don't get to reuse the alcohol right as much. But if you're diluting it, it's not going to be as big a deal.
Yeah.
I reuse the same alcohol for months.
Mhm.
So it's,
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a little bit frugal with that. Probably.
I would like to say I'm cheap.
I just don't know the proper time.
I prefer to think of it as my prints are just so clean.
Mm.
I mean,
I will tell you this: Brad's prints are pretty freaking clean.
It's true.
No supports come off like a mug, boy.
I still don't. I'm still trying to figure out what the difference is on the Anycubic Photon. The supports are so thin and they just fall off. And the Mono X, like they're a little bit like thicker, even though I have the same settings. I think maybe it's just
Right. Yeah, because you told me your settings and I did it, and I still was like, mine are coming off like his.
Yeah, I use the smaller printer when I can just because it's so much easier. I'm sure I'm messing something up, but
You don't even have you can't even see like the little, nibs where the things were connected on yours.
that's nibless.
They are nibless.
Nice.
Sure, I just got us a strike. Sorry. Sorry. kids.
Dibs.
Brad's going to come back mad.
Not
I'm telling
talking about nibs. Come on, man. What is this?
It's a family show.
Clean it up.
Never.
Mike just became an adult today. It's his birthday. He's finally.
It's my birthday. I'll see what I want.
Give me nibs or give me death. is
Oh,
what
that
I
old
would
chestnut.
say. if I didn't give a shit, but I do. So give me nibs and I'd like to stay alive.
But if I had to choose, nibs.
Nibs. I guess that's what we're trying to say. You guys watch anything good on streaming services?
I only watch bad things.
Yeah, well, the only reason I know that is because I watch the bad things with you.
It's true. It's
Ian,
true.
you and Ryan don't know, but one of our guilty pleasures is getting together and watching terrible movies together.
That's right. I should have worn my Velocipaster shirt today, but I didn't.
It's so dope. I still want one of those just because of the print job.
That shirt is awesome.
Yeah.
So much better than the movie.
My guilty pleasure is Korean soap operas. I was kind of lost in it yesterday.
Guilty pleasure is every TV show known to humans.
This is also true.
Real. Yeah, just so you know, Tony's job is, in addition to real job, is watching just everything.
Perfect. Well, have you seen Tokyo Vice?
Tokyo Vice. Oh, is that
On
the
HBO.
HBO Max? Started to watch
Yeah.
that. It's about the kid who goes. He's a reporter, and
Yep.
he reports on the Yakuza. I watched a few episodes of that. I haven't finished it though. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
It's based
weird
on a
that-
true story.
Because usually a 10-episode show will drop at 6 o'clock, and by 6:15, Tony's like, episode 7 kind of fell apart for me. But
Yeah. We even kind of made an agreement to wait for Resident Evil, and he, of course, broke it.
Yeah.
Got up at like 5 a.m. and binged the shit out of it.
Oh. Oh yeah, I recommend that one. That's good.
I liked it. I was telling Tony I felt cheated on that one creature that was in the vat that finally gets out that you never get to see. In a non-spoilery kind of a thing here, but I was waiting
That
for my
and the thing.
waiting for my nemesis moment.
Are we all caught up on? Are we even watching Miss Marvel? There was some
I
huge
watched
news
it all.
this week.
Yeah, I'm done.
I haven't seen it. No.
Okay, well, I won't spoil it for you, but they dropped some big stuff for the MCU.
Ian, you have kids, right? You have a daughter?
Yes, I do.
Yo, dude, you got to watch Miss Marvel with your daughter. It's totally okay to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought that was just the person who plays Kamala Khan. She's just amazing. She's just like an absolute natural at that role. She was great.
Oh.
Well, sold me. I'll watch it.
Boom.
And what else I saw that was interesting is a documentary on HBO. It just started last week. It's about a bunch of anarchists that go to someplace in Latin America, and it's like anarchy palooza, and it shows how it all went haywire out there for them. I forget. It's on HBO. I forget what it's called.
Like an anarchist convention.
Yes,
That seems almost counterintuitive. but
it does, but it's very interesting to watch it
How do you-
all fall apart.
Organize something. for
Exactly.
anarchists.
Ding, ding, ding! You hit the nail on the head.
Anyway,
You guys will never be in the club.
I know. I lost my shot.
You've just been blacklisted. There you go. That was
I like their logo. I like the anarchist logo. It's pretty dope.
It's kind of like, is it an A with a circle around it?
Yep.
Is there a circle around it?
Yep.
Mhm.
It's classic. Clean and classic. From what I understand, they have a pretty dope cookbook as well.
Yes, so they-
You
they
just
may
been
be
put on the
anarchists,
list.
but they do know graphic design.
made the list.
You just made the list.
Watch list. Right. Okay. Their cookbook is not that great. Too much salt.
I'm very excited for the House of Dragon to come out next month, and I guess the Lord of the Rings of Power is coming out in September. The new trailer dropped. I'm very excited about that. I hope it's good.
I mean,
Kind of Lord of the Rings out myself.
They spent a ton of money on it. You know, that means it's gotta be good, right?
Sure.
That's how that works.
So always, right? Can't go wrong.
That
Throw a
is
lot of money at
definitely
it.
how that works.
Let's just like say yes for agreement's sake.
When does that spin-off of The Boys come out? Is that this year? I hope. The one with Schwarzenegger's kid in it.
Schwarzenegger's kid is in it. I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that.
Who knew?
There's a live-action Boys spin-off.
They just confirmed that Jon Snow's getting his own show.
Who?
Jon Snow from Game of
Oh.
Thrones.
Nice.
Don't watch that. They got to redeem themselves over a lot of people. Not me. I was a fan.
I want him to get the show, The Black Knight. Get that popping.
Also, I want to see what they're doing for Blade. Like, I'm very interested. I want to know what they're doing for the story on that, because that has so much potential.
I really thought that they were going to have like
Snipes.
just a little hint of him in Mobius.
Yeah.
Or Morbius, right? But
That would have
nothing.
made sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if they. Well,
I guess they can't because it's Sony,
That
right?
was Sony, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they should have done with that one.
Because I remember the Wesley Snipes, especially the first Blade. I loved how there are all the different houses of vampires, and there's all this backstory that they could have went into.
Yeah. There was a movie with Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe about vampires that kind of
Oh,
did something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's kind of dope. Daywalker or Day something, Daylight, Day something. I can't
Something about that. They would drive around in the cars, and they would have the cameras on the outside and the windows all
Yeah.
blacked out.
You like things time? Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think it's Daywalkers. That's what it's called.
Yep. Well, don't mess it up and go see Wesley Snipes in Gallow Walkers, because that might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
Hello, Walkers.
Oh my God! Don't watch it, Brad. I'm telling you.
Okay. I mean,
Like, hey, look, I like bad movies, but this was not a good bad movie. This was just a bad movie.
Ooh, ouch.
Clearly, he had to pay off some tax debt and was like, "Okay, I'll do this thing."
Too soon.
No, it's not. He's a grown ass man. Wesley, well, I think Wesley's older than me. So
This is the one time Wesley Snipes is tuning into the show.
you know what you did.
That mother.
Wesley, I'm a fan.
Yeah, Wesley, I let you do my
You know what you did, Wesley. I ain't apologizing.
Pay your taxes.
Right? You and
If I have
you
to
and-
pay, come on.
You and my hero Red Fox, both of y'all, you were wrong. As I just finished paying my back taxes.
I was just going to say.
Shut up, Brad. They don't need to know that.
I wasn't going to say it, but
You don't need to
put it
know
out
that.
there. What are you talking about?
It was COVID. I have an excuse.
Shut up, Brad, even though I said it.
With your snitching
What a world.
I can parlay some information into a tax holiday for myself for a little while.
I know.
I got some information for you.
That was our whole plan knowing you all these years, Mike.
It was a long
Slip
time.
up.
Here, Uncle Sam. Here he is. Go get him.
Pineapple. Come on.
There's a flower truck that's been outside of my door all day long. What's going on?
It's called Flowers by Irene.
The hole in the middle of the eye.
You know, it's funny. Living in the part of New Jersey that I live in, every once in a while, when you're driving around, you will see a flower truck just parked on the street somewhere. You're like, why would a flower truck just be parked out here like that?
That's a
And I
drug deal.
always
right?
wonder. Yeah, I always wonder.
I can say that because I also live in the same part of New Jersey that Penny lives.
Mhm.
Can't flowers just be popular?
You would think not this popular.
A lot of flowers up in here.
Mm-hmm. There's always like weird sprinter vans with magnetic signs on it. I'm like, hey, that's peculiar.
We just love our flowers, Tony. Come on, man. Flower shameless. Oh, shoot. And that'd be a bad time to hit quick save just because.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Am I the only one who every time I do anything I like, I just hit 9 just because I'm convinced that I'll be punished for being happy with what I've done with the crash.
You're not the only one, homie.
Wait, 9 does the automatic quick save?
Yeah, 9 is a shortcut quick.
Yeah.
What?
He just blew his mind.
It's always funny the things that I find out that Mike didn't know about until these are things that you would have thought he would have had to know by now.
Shit, I don't know. I just get by on the stuff I do know. Look at that! Oh man, that's awesome. Thanks, guys.
I mean, like, Mike does these awesome sculpts, and then he'll be like, "Wait, the move tool can scale too?"
True. It's funny because it's true.
That just proves how intuitive he is.
It makes me feel so much worse about myself. It's like I knew shit he didn't, and this is still what I'm doing. Yeah.
Imagine being Pavlovich, like literally the gatekeeper of all of the knowledge about ZBrush. And
it's so funny watching his streams because like someone will ask him how to do something, and then he'll show them, and then realize, oh, here are 75 other ways to do that same thing.
right,
Like,
Dude, it's crazy.
I don't know how he has that much knowledge, man. It's crazy.
I don't know how he pumps out all the videos he pumps out.
I know.
Like, it's insane. I can't keep up.
And they're
it's
all
like, man.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all ridiculously good.
The fact that he's forgotten more stuff that I even know trips me out every time.
That's the bummer because to hear him talk, he's like, "Yeah, I barely use ZBrush." Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't get that. And then because he came on the show, did his Ninja Turtle, and then did an entire like video series of texturing and this and that, and all. I'm like, damn, dude. Yeah, I don't really have time to use ZBrush that much. Well, what am I even doing?
This is also the first and last time Pablo has ever tuned into the show.
What the hell is my purpose, Mike?
What the bad needs? Okay, so we got.
Pavlovich isn't human. No, he's not. He came from the Xavier School. What's up, Ben? Yeah, we got a full house, brother.
So you're on. Oh, okay, you're on the other leg now. So did you do both arms? You did both arms already, right, Mike?
I've only done the leg and the gauntlet so far. The arms, I just went in and kind of fixed the musculature. So now that I got the leg dialed in, I'm getting down on the hair. Oh, you know what I did?
Where did you settle on his backless armor?
I'm all right with it,
evening
man.
now.
I actually am okay with it. Like if I mean, maybe what I'll do is
I'm just saying, I didn't know if you had decided for real or you're still like kicking it around.
No, you know what I'll end up doing here, like for real, because it's simple, is I will just paint this and then put some cut lines on it and call it a day. Boom, done,
There you go. Put some piping across and you're good to go.
done. See, I don't have to do shit, Brad.
Bada bing, bada
Brad's
boom.
like, you can't have his back out. That's too sexy.
It's giving me feelings.
At that age, Brad, I don't give a F.
Tony, have you printed out anything this summer?
Not yet.
You got that air filter, right?
Yes, I did. Just sitting there staring at me. Now I have like 20. You know what? I'm gonna go back and print that Superman that I did.
Oh yeah, because you had that. Didn't you already have that keyed and ready to go?
I never keyed it because school stressed me out, and I couldn't finish anything. So I have all these projects I start, never finish.
Sounds about right.
I was gonna say, yeah, we wouldn't know anything about that.
No way, you know. I know that's a very rare problem. So it's going to be this Superman. I think I got a few things I got to clean up on it. Like I think I'm going to redo the cape.
I was gonna say this is that is the thing. I hate trying to figure out capes when it comes to printing. Like sometimes
them
I've actually
together.
just cut it out, you know, made it out of leather and you know. But I want to be able to kind of. I use the filament printer more often than not. And then
That might be the move because they have some materials, and I was thinking about getting some of that aluminum wire and then doubling up the fabric and just kind of making a spot recess on the shoulders to kind of put it in. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna get some of that chicken wire, not chicken wire, but you know the thin wire mesh.
I know you're talking about,
like
yeah.
the flower,
And-
the flower wire.
Yeah, and then some Super Sculpey, and then you can get it exactly how you want and bake it.
Mhm.
And once you prime it, you'll never know the difference.
That is probably a good way to go. I did, yeah. I think I got my pasta maker to flatten it out.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd have to sculpt it into place. I don't think I know how to do that shit.
Man, when I was in Cali, I for the photo shoot, I got some of that hard monster clay. It is amazing.
Yeah. I've only
Yeah.
ever bought the medium.
Me too.
Monster.
Me too. The hard is no joke. It's like working with like Siobhan or something.
I think I was scared to get the hard clap for whatever reason. It doesn't kind of make sense now that I say it out loud.
But I'm confused by how that works. I mean, because don't you have to heat it up to sculpt on it anyway? So doesn't it kind of get soft in either case? How does that work?
I feel like
you're working. The problem is
Yeah.
when I sculpt, I am manhandling my thing. I don't make a proper armature with a support
Oh,
on a base, and so because the heat from your fingers they're going in there. Like I'll get fingerprints and smudge it up and mess it up.
Mhm.
With the hard, man, it is no joke. The only thing about it is it was going under my fingernails and it really hurt because it's super hard when it cures.
And I feel like the medium, as you're working with it, the warmth from your hand can soften it up a lot, and you unintentionally, mess up some parts that you spend a long time on. Like if you're putting texture on anything and you touch it by accident, it'll mess up. The hard, I would assume it just takes a lot more.
I just hit undo, Tony. That's all.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Or as Shane says, Command Z. Control on him. What is it? Control on a PC.
knowledge.
What are you guys getting into today? Anything?
I don't know. I know now that you put it out there in the ethos, I'm probably gonna have to cut the grass. Well, I was thinking about sneaking out to the movie theater.
Out.
Is there anything else to watch? The
I don't think
Minions.
there's anything for you to see. Oracle.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's Tony's nickname.
Oracle. Thanks a lot. No, I let my daughter go to the beach with her friend. Told her to behave herself. Damn teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
She is 14 and a freshman in high school. So, yeah.
Okay, I feel you. Same.
Yeah. You know all about that.
Yep. She wants to do everything.
Hmm. And now sometimes I don't have any justifiable reason to say no.
Because I
Yeah,
said so.
I was going to say, yeah, because I said so. Always work with my parents.
That stops working after a while, guys.
she
Shit.
does. Yeah.
You're not doing it right, brother. That's evergreen.
I'm trying to be one of those modern parents. Give them a little freedom.
Uh-oh.
It's going to backfire.
Mm.
Hey, just got to put the hammer down once in a while.
Every once in a while. I got a pretty
Yeah.
good kid, so, you know. She doesn't give me a reason to blow up yet. It's coming.
That's the spirit.
Hey, I'm just being realistic, guys. I'm a realist. So I realized I have to do his teeth because he has. I knew he had some like unique teeth. But
That's one way
these
of putting
things
it.
are wild.
Poppers. Got to tell you, man, the kid from Mr. Robot did a fantastic job
Oh,
in
yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I dig that movie.
Can you see his teeth in that picture, Tom, that you're doing? In that sculpt, in that concept?
His head is down, but since it's in 3D, they gotta be there, right?
No, they do not.
I mean, I feel like that's a.
No, actually, they don't.
Hey, I'm gonna know if they're not there. So come on, guys, you know me.
I mean, they'll probably show themselves. I mean, when you have chompers like that, even when your mouth is closed, they'll show up a little bit. But
I'm gonna put them there. Then I got to make a lot of studded belts. I saw a multi-insert mesh belt that had the studs on it already. I thought it was on ZBrush Central a while ago, but I can't find it.
I feel like we have something like that from Bad King, right?
Maybe it was from Bad King.
It's got to be. If not, it'd take you 2 seconds to make it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just using the insert, make an insert brush and do it. It's crazy how over the years you get all these names of people who just made all of these assets that are just known to everyone who uses ZBrush. And for the most part, most of them have been free.
That's the crazy part. Just how much free stuff there is out there.
Hmm. And it's good. Like it's just good to make stuff by yourself. But after a while, it's like, why reinvent the wheel? Especially when there's so much
Daybreakers.
good stuff.
Daybreakers. Frederick called it.
Oh, not
Oh
Daybreak.
yeah.
Yeah.
The movie you were talking about, right? His daughter's starting to blow up too. She was in Stranger Things. Maya Hawke.
Who was?
His daughter, Ethan Hawke's daughter.
Who's his daughter?
She
She's the
was.
ice cream
Yeah.
girl.
Robin, right?
Who?
The character Robin.
Robin,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
She looks just like Uma Thurman.
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman are married?
I think they were.
I'm not sure if they still are, but they definitely were.
Yeah, that's their daughter.
Huh.
Recently, I saw an article where it had a picture of them side by side of the same age and sort of the same pose. Carbon copy. Or are you just humming Stevie Wonder?
I always feel that's my go-to. I don't know why that one song. I have no idea why.
Surprised I got that.
I was gonna say that was pretty good, Tony. You got that like
You know, that Pandora TV show that lasted for a season.
there was like a what's that tune kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually watched a few episodes of that. It was a fun show. I don't watch game shows as much as I think I should.
Yes, as I should. I really should.
I mean, I enjoy some of them. I even enjoy.
You said it the way other people say I should be exercising. You know, I really
Yeah.
should be watching.
I
more
should be
than-
exercising, but screw that noise. I even like the Steve Harvey Family Feud still. That's what I need, more TV.
Everybody's concentrating. Be safe.
Oh,
Yep, I just suffered a crash.
Yeah. On that note,
everybody safe.
Let's see here. Oh, did I not give him the vibros yet? Oh.
There.
See, Tony, this is a good. This would be a good time to figure out nanomesh.
Oh, I know nanomesh. So if I use this, I can turn that into an insert brush. This little fastener here.
Mm-hmm. I think you might want to like when you want like to duplicate the belt or whatever and reduce it to a single strip. That way it goes in the center.
Well, you don't have to. I could do.
Doesn't it go on every face?
I want to reduce this to half though, because I don't need as many loops. So I'm gonna hopefully it'll keep the same loops. There it is. So then I'll use this one. Let's put this on something else, or I'll make a stud. So
I was gonna say, I ain't no stud, Tony.
Huh?
That's not a stud. Make a real stud for goodness
God
sakes.
damn it!
Jeez, half-ass your studs.
Come on, man.
Yeah, stud. Come on, Ryan. Pile on.
No, don't. Hey, this is Mike's special day. Let's not.
You make fun of him.
And Mike wants to pile on. So
Yeah, that's what we do, man.
stop ruining his birthday, Tony.
Damn. Can't win. Can't win.
Don't worry, I believe in you.
There you go.
Do it.
There's one.
Tony, just go to your move tool and swap it out for a better cube. What do you?
No. Here. Hold on. Hit Gizmo for a second.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's what I'm
save you,
saying.
man.
Go to your
Hit-
gizmo and
hit-
just go to the gear. Make a
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
Come
forgot.
on, Tony.
Yeah, the
You
cube.
I feel attacked, guys. Stop
You
it.
Not that cube. That one right
There you
there.
go. Yeah,
Yeah, click it.
The
Click
one that says cube.
Ah, look at Tony's face.
You do that or you do initialize Q cube. We pick one.
I did, but I wanted.
Some of my bitches.
I know what I was doing. Gosh, damn it.
Tony's like, man, I could be mowing the lawn right
I
now.
could be moto. Yes, out there sweating. Now I gotta take all this shit.
Tony looking longingly outside at the grass.
Right.
Thanks
Like
a
maybe-
lot,
Tony, you want me to keep it only on you?
yeah, just okay. Just okay.
Okay, you asked for it.
Why is my screen only?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're
That's what I'm
showing,
saying.
you're showing nanomesh. I
What
always
you were going to
forget how
show us,
do it.
Tom.
Nanomesh is one of
Alright.
those things
Studley
that I
stud
do once in
tutorial.
a while, and then I just completely lose the memory of how it works. You got to make it into an insert brush, and then you got to make it to a nanomesh thing. It's this whole thing.
Yeah, I find that these are things that I should just commit to memory, and every time I do it, it's like I'm doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
But I was trying to do a pyramid shape, like one of these, but now I have to connect.
Oh, see, I would just extrude up those top faces and scale them in.
You can also do that. If I wanted to be a smartass like Brad.
All right, Tony, you've lost your full screen privileges.
That's why you can't put pressure on a guy like that.
Mhm. This is the guy that taught me how to use ZModeler, by the way, you guys. Just so you know. That's the truth.
It's amazing how many people are afraid of ZModeler.
It's just, I mean, it takes a little bit of getting used to, I think, just because, at least for me anyway, like I'm used to modeling in like Maya and stuff, and I'm not used to using a pen. So modeling with a pen feels weird, at least at first.
So crazy.
I'll use a mouse sometimes if I'm doing in-depth Z-modeler stuff because it is a little easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little bit of a process. But I find that when most people get it, they don't like to switch back to traditional box
Right.
modeling.
Yeah.
Well, because it can do stuff that you know you can't do in traditional modelers.
There's that one. There's one thing I'm guessing I'll never actually know how to do in ZBrush is that project primitive thing. That's part of this part of the deformers, the transpose tool. I remember seeing, I think it was Pavlovich doing a video on that, and like there are like 85 little colored cones you can like.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me. It's like, all right,
Dude, I don't know if it was Joe Druss or maybe it was Paul. It was one of those guys, but they made like this whole spaceship in there and like they made it look so damn easy. I tried to do that. I was like, yeah, no. I ain't doing none of that.
These guys are wild, man. They do
too
some
many
crazy
cones.
stuff.
I'm just saying there were too many cones.
I still don't know exactly. Like if I have to go in there and add subdivisions to the deformer cage, I still have to pull every cone until I find the right one because I
I never see it being used really on any stream, so I feel like I'm safe. Like I'm not missing too much by not knowing how to do it. If I saw
No, I use it from time to time, but it's they're definitely for purpose. Like if you have a purposeful task, that's when you use it. Like my favorite one is the extender, just because that one right there you can really get some cool shapes really quickly. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh, I mean, like I use the deformers on my transpose tool all the time, but the one that I never use is the one called project primitive. Like I've never used that one. I use all the bend curve and the deformers, and I use those all the time. But yeah, project primitive is the one that just was a bridge too far. I just couldn't deal with that one.
I do feel like that sometimes you could tell it was like a really purpose, like the idea was like, okay, we're going to use this for one thing, and it like blew everybody away. So they developed it, they made it, and they showed it off, and it's like, yeah, that's really awesome. And then nobody uses it.
That happens a lot. I think when like a new version of ZBrush comes out and they show you the new things, and I watch, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing! It's a game changer, and I never use them. Like they look awesome.
I think the shadow box thing years ago.
that was dope.
I mean, even the dynamics, like they're cool, and I have used them, but not nearly the extent that I thought I would when I first saw it.
Yeah. I try to use dynamics when everybody asks about cloth. I'm like, here, I'll show you something.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool, and you get some natural results. But sometimes the natural result isn't really what you're going for anyway. You get a little more control when you're just sculpting it sometimes.
Yeah.
I actually do use that project primitive.
Use it a lot?
More frequently than probably most.
What are you doing with it?
Yeah, like
I
what
typically
would you
use it to tip a key.
Take it away.
You wanna give an example?
I can get there in just a second.
Like
yeah,
to tip
I
a
can
key?
do that. Yeah, so like if you have a real weird shape on the end of your key,
Mm-hmm.
you can use that primitive to actually get a normal key out.
That's cool.
So give me a second to get his beak on here, and then I can show that.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I always love the fact that ZBrush actually has insert beak brush, but they put it in like the least beak like brush imaginable. They have it's the insert IMM parts brush, and like you open it up and you see nuts and bolts and buttons and screws, and then of course beaks. It's such a strange place. It's in between the mechanical washers and the hinges. They put bird beaks. Just
I don't want to brag, Brad, but that sounds like some of my naming conventions there.
it's just,
My
I
organization.
just want to know the thinking of the person. Thought, yeah, this is an intuitive place to put the beaks that we have.
Hmm.
I mean, again, I'm not sure how many people use those. The insert beak
Bolts,
brush.
beaks. They both start with B. Come on,
That's true.
don't you get?
That'd be a good name for our store. You know, bolts, beaks, and beyond.
I think I did it.
True.
Look at you.
Hey,
Nice.
I believed in you.
how did you? There you go. Yeah.
He was the only one.
I thought I could make it, but I had to edit the cube it gives you, change the Y offset, and I had to change the rotation so it kind of sat on the surface correctly. So it was from the Z modeler, the polygon actions, and then insert nano mesh, and then you have this option up here, and you can change all the stuff.
But you have to make that. You had to make that shape and insert mesh brush or something, or insert mesh or something.
All I did was it gives you a cube, and I just went and edited the cube to be this little pyramid. And that's how I did it. And it's still not perfect, but hey. When everybody's like yelling at me.
It's battle conditions, Tony. You gotta learn how to do under pressure.
We yell because we love.
Also,
See, if you could just raise the octave of your voice a little bit and sound like middle schoolers, I would have been no pressure at all.
get you ready for back to school.
And then there's something where you have to actually turn it into actual geometry.
Yeah, it's what's that called? The name doesn't. I remember thinking the name didn't. Like it's under inventory.
Under nanomet. Well,
I think it's. I think if you go to inventory and choose like one to mesh or something like that.
Yep, that's the one.
It's a very weird. They could just say, I think under array mesh, it's like make mesh. See, that makes sense to me.
Make mesh now.
Yeah, make mesh go now.
Go mesh.
Go gadget arms.
Yeah, Arsenal says this reminds me of the Summit interview from Doom Eternal Team.
Oh yeah, that was a great one. That was cool because they were all showing how they only use ZBrush.
Yeah, it's dope.
Anytime I hear somebody say, I can't do hard surface in ZBrush, I just point them to that stream. I'm like, go watch them.
It was definitely harder to do before.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh my God. It was not fun.
It's like I understand when somebody says it, but then I'm like, but that was then.
Yeah.
We are in now, guys. We can do this.
This sounds like my argument for still trying to learn Blender.
I've tried so many times, and I'm an old, stubborn, cranky man, and when it leaves me right off the bat. So here's how you navigate: hit G. What? Why? Here's how you move things. Like, but why? Don't hit G.
Still feel like it's a big middle finger to the industry. Every
Oh, it
3D application has the same 4 buttons that do the same thing.
It was just
Like-
if you want to move it if you want to move it up, hit G and then Z. I was like, what? G.
What don't you get, Brad?
I have to like I'm in the middle of this object. I have to know what axis I want to move it. Just give me the little arrows. Make it idiot proof. I pull the arrow and it goes in the direction of the arrow. That's all I want.
Give me the thingy. Let me do it.
Yeah, I wish that you could make it, with the regular move tool without losing all the other functionality of what it can do. Like once you change it to that, to that configuration, the industry standard, then half the the stuff no longer really works the same way.
Yeah. When I was trying to learn Blender, there was one guy who was like, "Oh, if you're used to my here's my settings, you can just follow along." So I was like, "Sweet." So I changed my Blender settings, and then I started going through tutorials, and I realized I couldn't follow them.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they all have to have the traditional Blender, like non-industry compliance.
And I'm sure if that was the way you first learned it, it's no big deal. But it just feels so foreign. Like no marking menus, no pop-ups, no right click. No.
So I keep saying that Blender is really for a guy like me who never really got into 3D software before ZBrush. So then I should be able to learn it easily, but I haven't. So
It feels it might just be because I'm used to Maya, but it feels more confusing user interface wise because it's so hotkey based. It seems.
I didn't find it nearly as intuitive. The thing that really got to me was always having to, like, if you always have to apply your scale, so it's like, oh, if I just want to move something and scale it up, I have to then make sure that I like accept that feature. I have to like apply it somehow, because if you don't, then it's not going to render right or measure right.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
that's kind of the idea. Like that was what was killing me. Is that, like I said, once you get used to it, I'm sure people can just go and zip along.
Yeah.
But for me, it felt like I had to hit 5 buttons to do what took me 2 buttons or 1 button to do in my. And and I'm sure again, like you get used to it. Just like in ZBrush, if I went my snake hook brush hit BSH, it sounds like a lot, and I'm used to it by now. But
Yep.
like to go to component mode in Blender to get the edges, I have to hit tab and then go up there and change the drop down menu to edge, and then come down. Like it seems like what? I just right click and choose edge. That's again, I'm cranky. It bothers me.
Now get off my lawn.
It bums me out because I genuinely do want to learn it, but it would be me taking months to get the basic familiarity that I already have with another program. I just feel like I'd be spending a lot of time essentially just relearning things I know how to do already, which is
It's fine.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's hard to justify like that, spending that much time unless you have a specific thing you need to learn it for. One day I will. Probably it'll be the day I no longer have access to Maya. I was like, okay, well, I guess now I have to.
I'm forced.
Which is probably around the corner at some point.
Mm-hmm.
well, you know what you do have, Brad? C4D.
I did, yeah.
You learn that?
I have that, but I have that because I'm a teacher too, and that eventually
Right.
that will probably go away for the same reason.
Well, it'll go away.
Well, I mean,
You wanna learn
I do
C4D.
own a license of Maya, but it's 2017, so I don't know how.
What were you saying, Ian?
Say, if you want to learn C4D, I can point you to some good resources that are really simple to get you going quick.
Actually, definitely, if you can, when you get a chance, because I do want to learn it. It's like I have it, and I know it does some really awesome stuff, and it's nice to just have it integrated with Redshift and ZBrush now and that kind of thing.
Well, the resource I'll point you to is called Cineversity. It's free. You could just pop in, and
cool.
they have like a whole project course to get you started, and you just follow along. And they really do a good job explaining stuff.
I really dig the motion graphic stuff for Cinema Freeway.
Yeah, the MoGraph is that's a big part of it, right? It's a kind of a big part of what makes Cinema 4D especially I think it's compatible with like After Effects and stuff.
When you're ready here, Mike, I got this ready.
Oh, cool. All right, let me pop over. Okay, go Gadget Ryan.
All right. So what I did is I had this real bad mesh on the back of this and cut it into a really bad mesh of the head. And then I grouped everything that was cut off and pulled it out, which causes its own kind of issues, like under here. So I will actually use two different things, including Stager, which I know you wanted to see too.
Oh yeah.
So for the best that I can, I'll straighten out my gizmo, click target stage with mask off, reset that, set home stage, and I can change this to whatever I want and reset the home stage.
Okay.
Just check everything goes back and forth. Jump into project primitive, which there's your bajillion freaking cones.
That's so crazy.
It's like an erector set.
But just pulling this back out into the key.
Wait. What is that? What is that?
Project primitive.
Yeah, so the move tool pulls that little square out. Yeah, so there's little like box.
Okay, so do you have the square selected? What do you have selected right now to make that shape?
That's just the default one.
Okay, the default one's like a spherical shape. Okay.
But notice how he pulled it too far away. Like pull it away from the mesh too. Notice how that disappears too. So it's only trying to intersect with the mesh.
Right.
If you go more than 50%, it cuts it out.
Yeah. That's fresh. I could see how this would be really useful. I just never learned it.
So now all those cones, are they about essentially changing the shape itself?
Yep, you got different types of how you want to blend it. If you want to blend this into a cube, which that wouldn't work very well, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And of course, just hovering over them tells you what they are. So you got your different primitive types on this cone. So there's a cylinder, which gives you a nice peg to just plug into something.
Nice.
And you just hover over them and see what they do. I mean, there's a lot of them, obviously.
Yes, they're out of colors.
Yeah.
What's the one that has like the really long string right there of colors? I guess.
The upper right hand corner.
Yeah. What is that?
You got tessellate, maximum displacement, opacity, apply grouping.
You know, all this damn time I didn't know if you hover over it, it says the name of what it is.
Yeah.
I've just been randomly grabbing stuff.
Also, there's all these under here too.
Oh.
That you change size of that specific size of the cage.
Oh my gosh. All right.
It's gotta be a more intuitive design for that. There's gotta be.
So maybe I'll take the time I was going to use to learn Blender and learn this one thing in ZBrush.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good call.
Because that, I mean, yeah, like you said, Ryan. I mean, for keying, that's such a help, man.
That's dope.
Other than trying to make an entire spaceship, it's like trying to make the sideshow level model on your first go.
Right.
Keep it simple, keep it sweet.
Thanks, man. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, it's good because, like I said, there was never an incentive to learn it because I in all the other streams I've watched, like I never see anyone using it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not missing out on anything.
Wait till they start incorporating that AI stuff into ZBrush.
AI stuff.
You know how they have Dolly 2 and what's the other one? Where it's like you make a suggestion and it gives you a concept. So what if you just what if you just think about it for little stuff like
Tone, no.
If you masked off the area and said generate belt, where you said backpack, and then gave you a base mesh for something.
Yeah,
You're
that's
the problem.
that's extract.
Yeah.
Mask it
Yeah.
off and extract.
You guys
Oh,
just
man.
don't like the future.
Build an
problem,
IMM
Tom.
brush with a backpack of base mesh.
I can't wait until they create Skynet for real.
I, for
What could go
one,
wrong?
welcome our new robot overlords.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
But as far as not seeing it, it's because it's such a specific use case.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
you got to catch the person at the right time that they're using it, if they're using it. And like anything else, there's a million other ways to do something.
Mhm. Don't you dare talk about Jeff Bezos.
He's bald, son.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Big rockets that look phallic.
Mike throwing down the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. Low hanging fruit. I'll take that.
He's bald.
Only because he can buy and sell me several hundred times.
I think you underestimate that number.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, come on, man. Add a few more zeros to that thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a high valuation of myself, so screw you guys. Also, Jeff, I'm serious. You couldn't buy and sell me.
Give me a call.
just putting it out there, buddy.
I'm for sale.
Check out the link tree above. I'll tell you how much it's going to cost.
Especially this week being Prime, where you can get a special deal.
That's right. I'll give you a deal.
50% off.
I will give you a deal. It's cheap. Spoiler alert. It's cheaper than you think.
The world's coming to an end.
Yeah, Brad, I think you're right. I'm going to be like pulling out my own hair by the time I'm get to the arms on this thing.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, that your next 5 sculpts can be just nothing but bald men.
Yeah, damn straight.
Hey, bald is beautiful.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
Mike's like, I think I'm going to do Professor X next.
Mm-hmm.
Lex Luthor.
Right.
Talking about ball, Will Smith is gonna hop on and slap the shit out of everybody.
You've been keeping a low profile for a while, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's pretty smart, actually.
You're wrong, Will. You know that. One guess.
I still want to see the Chris Rock special after that whole incident.
Is there one?
I mean, he's been on tour talking about it, but he's been what he's been doing so none of his material leaks is he's collecting everybody's phones at his event so nobody leaks his sets. Which makes sense.
That's crazy. Collecting phones.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. Dave Chappelle did it too. Well, because what happened was when you know how comedians go out on tour and they work their material, people will leak the videos online like 6 months before they're ready to do the comedy special.
Yep. No, it makes sense. Yeah. It's just last time I went to a show, that wasn't even a talking point. It's been a while. So it's just crazy. Different times.
Different times. Last time I went to a show and somebody would have said, "Give me your phone," I would have been like, "What's a cell phone?" It's been that long.
They look at it, not you, Tone.
So you're gonna do a cake, Mike?
Again?
You gonna do a cake tonight or what?
I mean, well, I'm going out with, the kids, so probably hit up. There's a place that has one of my classmates from high school started a bakery with her sister on the last round of government.
Stimulus?
No, the furloughs.
Gotcha.
So her and her sister started a bakery, and it got featured on all these TV shows. Ellen and everybody was talking about it. So we usually hit that spot up and have some dessert after dinner.
Nice.
Now for whatever, I don't care.
Now I want cake.
My
Hey,
fault.
Tony.
It's always my fault. At least I didn't pull up videos of Korean street food like I did yesterday.
I love those videos of Korean street food.
Mm-hmm. Everyone does. Who doesn't?
It's so good. I find that I put those on when I'm ready to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit on the couch or in my bed, and I'll just be like, "Oop, all right, let's do it."
There are a bunch of wild people here.
Hey,
Know how to party, man. Watch
I was gonna
out.
say, yeah.
You don't know. It's about to go down.
This is right.
The sadder is the fact that I'm like, yeah, that sounds too exciting for me. I couldn't go there for that.
I mean, we're in a room with 5 guys who spend most of the time on computers. So I mean, hey,
No. 10 years ago, I could have gotten down with that cake routine. Not now. It's too much.
Those are my cake years.
Yeah.
Prime,
my
prime
best
cake years.
my best cake years are behind me.
I don't know, man. I'm always down for a good cheesecake.
Oh, God, man. Don't get me started. I love cheesecake, dude.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oreo cheesecake. That was the best thing I've ever had in my life. Yeah.
I lived next to a cheesecake factory for a while, and it was a problem.
Yeah, I would think.
Love that.
Mike's going to CC meetings. Hi, my name is Mike Thompson. Cheesecake. That's become a problem in my life.
Here are these before and after pictures. Before cheesecake, after cheesecake.
Man, not gonna lie, that shit's good.
Okay. The worst thing is around here is Krispy Kreme donut factories because they bake them fresh and they'll you can smell them for miles.
Yeah,
Dude, there's always a line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ian, on my way out of LA, I had to stop by In-N-Out. And I wanted to get your opinion on In-N-Out as a native LA guy or California guy. Is that your favorite burger place, or do you prefer something else?
It's not my favorite burger place. Okay, I'm gonna say this as a California guy, so blasphemy, I'm sure, but In-N-Out is good because they're always consistent with their flavor. Like when you're eating In-N-Out, you know what you're gonna get. When you're in line, you know it's always gonna taste the same. It's always gonna be the same quality.
Yep.
So it's actually far cheaper than even like Jack in the Box or Burger King or something like that.
Cheaper than
So if you're
McDonald's
going,
at this point.
it is for sure. So it's like when you're going for a burger and you want some consistency in your life and you just want it to be good,
Yeah.
that's where In-N-Out comes in. But my favorite burger place right now is actually Five Guys.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
get down with that.
I go through Five Guys phases. I love the extra bag fries. Oh my god!
Oh,
Like
dude,
you
yeah.
order a small fry and they'll give you like so many fries in the bottom of that bag.
Yeah, don't even order a large. Just order a small. Say it's to go. They
Yep.
just dump it.
Yep. They don't care. I love that.
Yep. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think the thing with In-N-Out that it's like it's overrated for sure, but it's really good. But you have to get it like animal style because what they do is when they cook the burger normally and you just say normal burger, they just put the patty, a little bit of salt, pepper, boom. But when you order animal style, they put mustard seed and other spices on the burger. So it tastes way different. So if you just get a plain burger, you're like, oh, just give me a burger, animal style. You're like, no, it's not the same, and and that's definitely not the best burger.
I made the
So,
mistake of not knowing that they don't give you condiments, I guess, unless you ask for them.
yeah, it's a
So
California thing now.
yeah, I got a dry double.
Sorry.
So that was
Shit, maybe I should have taken you there.
yeah, no doubt. Well, the place we went was good though. I'm not mad at that.
No, that was good. Yeah.
I
Oh,
will tell you.
Mhm.
I wish I had not gone with Paul on the Arnold Palmer because I didn't really dig the Arnold Palmers that much. I can't even say the damn word. They weren't very sweet to me.
No, I get that. Yeah, their lemonade is pretty tame.
But yeah, the food was really good. Good fajitas.
Yeah.
You
We
said
got some things to
go
do
there?
next time you're in town. So,
What'd you say?
well, we got some things to do next time you're in town. Then.
Yeah, no doubt.
So where did you guys end up going then?
What's the name of that place?
There's this little I forget the name too. There's this little Mexican place. It's a famous one down by where we are because we're in Los Angeles by downtown LA. There's a couple famous Mexican cookouts that are just like everybody goes there. This one was interesting because like I'm very bad at story time, but there was like a famous murder back in the 1940s, early 50s or something like that. So it's like everybody knows of it. It's really good.
It happened at the restaurant?
Happened just by the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right down.
The murder
like-
gives those fries a little bit of extra.
Mhm.
Little yum yums.
And that was when I first started going to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre Inn.
But you know what? LA has a lot of stories like that in all sorts of places. Especially early Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like the last time I was in LA, all the food was great. It just was very expensive for basic stuff. Like when I would go out for breakfast and just order pancakes, they'd be like, all right, $15. And I'm like, what?
Dude, try doing it now. Like now food everywhere is super expensive. So I spent so much money on this trip, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It is ridiculous how things are just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Now, Tony, that Freddie Mercury face, that's been retopoed, right?
You know it, baby.
Okay, I was going to say.
What did come on? What do you?
I assumed, but
Which I would have kept it in. I'm getting more and more used to retoppling in ZBrush. I'm still a little more used to the quad draw too.
Would you use Z-spheres for retopo?
Usually I use I'll get a primitive and I'll use a snap to surface feature and just extrude.
Yeah.
But I find I'm still a little quicker in quad draw just because that's what I use for years. And I feel like there are things I can do with the quad draw where I can extrude a whole loop, and I don't know how to do that yet with the snap to surface extrude edge option in Z modeler.
I do still like the Z-sphere way of doing it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a little more deliberate, but it's kind of like
it works. It gets it done.
Yeah, it's almost more relaxing that way.
Still my favorite.
It's just it's nice and clean. Because it's so deliberate. You can it just kind of forces you to stay, simple.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where everybody gets overcomplicated, when it comes to retoppling. Where I think it's easy to get when you're new, it's easy to get confused on where your loop's go and everything. So you get the hang of it.
Yeah. I used to find retopoing really daunting. Now it's relaxing.
Mm-hmm. It's my happy place.
I'm still daunted. It's one of those things where I start like, okay, this makes sense, and then I realize, oh, wait a minute, like,
oh, there it is.
Those rings aren't going to work with the rest of this. Really have nothing.
Well, yeah, you're always going to have those moments. I don't think you'll get away from that. It's always going to tell you messed up somehow.
The solutions I come up with are they're ungodly. Like they're not what you'd call good solutions. But like I'm like, how do you do the nose? I don't understand. They just bother me. Trying to work around the nostrils and stuff. I just don't say.
At this point, Tony's doing it like he's looking at Matrix code.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna try and use my Jedi mind trick on Tony. Tony, you couldn't do this one. You couldn't do this face.
I bet you I could. Give me the model.
There was one day I decided I was just going to do it myself and actually learn it. And I remember having Tony in the room, and I know you wanted to be like, just give it to me.
Give it.
I was like, no, I think I'm doing a good job.
I was gonna say, yeah, you want to torture Tony. Do retopo in the same room he's in.
Oh yeah.
And do the kind of job that me and Mike would do.
He's like, Mike, you could try doing this. I was like, no, I got it. You gotta let me learn how to fish, bro. He's like, okay.
It's like I have to go to the liquor store. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I actually went to the liquor store.
I think you actually did.
I think
we actually drove you to drink one time. And he comes back. How's this, Tony? Great. Fuck it.
Good job. Just get it out of my sight, please.
I'm so proud of you.
My solution now is just to be easily impressed by Z-Remesher. Yeah, it's like, that's good. It's fine. Great. Z-Remesher. It's wonderful.
Zero
I'll
Measure
tell
is
you
so
what.
much better than it was.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The thing too about it is sometimes, like, so Z-Remesher is way better than it was, but sometimes it is freaking impeccable. Like, it's amazing, and it makes me want it to be like that every time.
All
And I know
time,
that
yeah.
if I just have my poly groups and stuff right, I'll get that. But man, I'm just like, damn, dude. Sometimes it's really, really nice.
Look, man, we can't spoil you, okay? So
mean, you
That's the
could.
diplomatic answer.
You could try.
You really could if you wanted to.
Yeah.
We're okay with it.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
I'll
trying
pa-
to be
I'll pass it
courteous,
along.
not take our jobs away.
yeah, man. I'll keep you relevant.
Exactly.
So at some point, though, right, you're going to have Transpose Master with IK, right? At some point, right?
Huh? What?
Right? Right?
What?
At some
He
point?
heard you. You heard him.
I feel like there's a tunnel happening right now.
You used that already.
I'm gonna use it a lot.
Bradley's like, yeah, so about that poly group thing. He's like,
That's the thing that has been my bugbear for years. It's like, oh, you know, I'm going to change this poly group. Okay, it was green. Now it's a slightly lighter green.
now it's sage. Now it is forest color.
Now it's Douglas fir.
I feel like, I mean, and Ian, you can tell, like, at this point, this is just like getting punked on that, right? Like the whole going from orange to a slightly different shade of orange to tangerine, like that's Paul's doing, isn't it?
I never knew there were so
I can't
many
say
variations
anything.
of purple. Then
Man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. My first day, right? I'm sitting in their office and they were like, okay, here is all of the things you are now going to hear that we may or may not be able to actually do anything about. And we're
Right.
just going to give you a list. So, you know, just so you know. And I was like, oh boy.
Mhm.
I mean, you know, so like the polygrouping thing, as far as I understand, it's just like an automated process. It does its best to figure it out. But I don't know. I mean,
How can they add so many features that we didn't even know we wanted on every iteration? It's like they break the atom on that shit. On like every iteration, there's so many dope new features. And then there's just like, okay, I need to polygroup this thing. Okay, undo, polygroup, undo, polygroup, undo. Okay, now that's a different color.
I mean, I'm almost glad they don't change it because it's kind of like it's just nice to know you can rely on certain things.
Brad is lying.
You can-
Brad is lying.
No,
Brad
no,
talks shit every time we are
I
together
know.
about the
No,
polygroup.
I know, but I like the fact that you can rely on ZBrush to find the way to make that purple just a tiny shade lighter. Like, I just love the fact that it still does it.
Right.
I almost, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, I'd almost feel
Comfort.
sad if it were gone because then that wouldn't be the ZBrush I know.
there's comfort in the chaos.
Hashtag not my ZBrush. I'm telling you, one day, there's going to be a version that comes out that doesn't have all these dope things for Pavlovich to do a video on. He'll just come out and he'll be like, all right, so look, I'm polygrouping, and now look, it went from red to green. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best ZBrush of all time.
But I was gonna be, I was gonna say I'd be online going, this is a game changer, guys.
Right?
This is the best. This is the best update ever.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pass it along.
And that was the last time Mike ever streamed for Pixel.
It is true though. Like ZBrush, every new version of ZBrush doesn't officially release until Pavlovich's video series of what's new. Like if it weren't for that, I don't think I'd know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what though? He's super smart too, man. I'm going to give him a lot of credit right now because he's like one of the few people out there on the ZBrush side that just like embrace Cinema 4D, and now he's like he just owns the ZBrush to Cinema 4D stuff out the gate.
He
It's
does
crazy.
that a lot with like figuring out a different. We were talking about workflows, or started to anyway, last night. And man, he just incorporates so many different styles into his thing. you know,
He
into it.
figures out how to use stuff for reasons it wasn't made for, like all
Yeah.
the time.
Really does, yeah.
I know a lot of it has to do with time lapse, but man, Pablo makes this shit look so easy. It's not.
Not?
Pablo makes.
But
Pablo
didn't
makes
Anna made a video on Instagram not too long ago where she was doing fur on this owl? She said the same thing. She did a video of the time lapse version and the video of what she really does.
Yeah. I guess like anything else, the more you do, the better you get.
And the faster you get at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Practice makes permanent.
Guys, I promised my girlfriend that I would not spend super long in today, so I think around 2:30 I will maybe we can call it for this session, and then next week, depending upon what Bradley's up to and what everybody's doing, we can see if we're going to do another one.
Mm,
But
Yeah, man.
it's all good, birthday boy.
man,
Sounds good to me.
Arson Art has a suggestion for the next feature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
how
sure.
about that?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, there you go.
How to pay your taxes or his
Oh boy.
I could use
Okay,
that.
yeah. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I got you. I'm gonna show you something. Real quick. Let me just say real fast, and I'll show you how to do your taxes in ZBrush. It's really simple, actually. Feature already exists. It's gonna be a good one. Okay.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
All right. Here we go. Guys. Save out my walkie-talkie base mesh. All right, we're gonna. What is this? That's the walkie-talkie. Cool.
Ian was joking about that, right? You're joking about doing your taxes in ZBrush?
I don't know. I'm waiting, suspensefully waiting.
Yeah. Here you go. I'll show you a way you can do your taxes. Here you go.
Right. I
You
feel
can
like
tell
this
me if
better
I'm
be
joking or not.
this better be
There
a
you
big payoff, new Joe.
Come up to document, and you're gonna hit this paint stop right here, and you're gonna click paint stop. All right.
I don't like where this is going.
Okay, then you're gonna get this screen right here, and this is cool because you also get your nice piece coming in. But then you're just gonna go to you can go a marker or pen, get a nice color, and you're gonna go $100,000 to minus my life.
Oh, Ian. Oh, Ian. I instantly knew you were in over your head when you started with this whole thing. I was just
Just
gonna let it
start
play
doing
out.
it. Do it longhand. Forget TurboTax. You even
I
got
feel like-
tabs. Look at this. You can even pick different tabs, so you can have different breakdowns. You can get your little business happening here. All right, this is my business.
All right,
Looks
all right.
like-
Enough of this shit.
Somebody's about
Sorry,
to be
guys.
secretly audited next year.
We are fans of Ian. I feel like Drust would have been a little more entertaining with that segment.
Maybe. But now, how many people forgot about PaintStop even existing?
Exactly. I did.
I feel like Pavlovich would have actually shown us how to actually do it.
I think he probably would have.
Pav would have been like, okay, on your keyboard, press QRM. A whole
Dude, he would have pulled up something.
and
He would have
2
modeled the
opens up on
calculator for you.
ZBrush. Yeah.
But seriously, if anybody's listening, they are an artist. It's called and you're paying a subscription for software. It's called the tax write-off.
This is true.
This is true.
So look that up. Take advantage if you're not. Get that.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Now the mic's going. Who's going to slip the Metamucil into his coffee?
I heard you ask Tony Gore.
They do an individual teeth.
That nobody can see. This is less about being a perfectionist and more about having mental health issues. They just look nicer. And we should all, I think we should quit our jobs as teachers, Brad, and get into making grills, custom grills in ZBrush for jewelry. People who like gold teeth.
I mean,
Make
you had me at
tons of money.
quit our jobs as teachers. Say no more, Tony.
I'm signing up right away. Just make grills for people.
You could have been like, quit your job and volunteer for testing for new medication. They're like, all right, where are our signs? I'm just kidding. I adore my job. It's a wonderful opportunity to mold and inspire the next generation of young minds.
There you go.
That's my official
Just
line.
cover your ass.
You're right. Was it you, Tony? You said that this is the Saturday afternoon of the summer.
This is the Saturday afternoon of summer.
Yeah,
August is the long Sunday.
this is true. This is the entire month of August is tainted.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
You got to go soon.
Yeah.
It'll be a wrap. Every time you go to the grocery store, you're going to see the damn teacher supplies. I refuse to buy anything for my room this year.
I said that, and then I just
Then you bought 2 more 3D printers.
Yeah, I bought more printers for my kids. So
I had to lock mine up. I got to fix my processor. I was thinking about buying that the Viper.
The Viper is awesome.
You're talking about?
Love the Viper.
For some reason, I have a few kids that can actually make stuff to print, and they like when I print out some of my figures, just watching and go in class or coming in the morning and seeing something done.
I don't know a whole lot about like what filament printers are good. I have the Ender and stuff like that, but the Anycubic Viper is so quiet. Oh my god.
Mm.
Which are the companies for that I think so. And he gets it.
It's amazing, actually. After all these years, I still like watching my Ender 3 print.
Yeah.
It's just nerve wracking because when I go over there, like I don't know about you, but half the time, half of my supports, like the ones that have to kind of like build up a bit, half of them never make it, and a lot of them don't need to be there. Like they're perfect, you know what I mean? Like they're just basically being overcautious. So when they don't print out, they don't make it. It ends up not being a big deal because it still prints. But like I don't know, I never know for sure. So
You never know until it's like halfway done.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
Could be a problem.
I mean, yeah, it's still a gamble.
And whenever like it draws more filament, I hear that noise, which also sounds just like a filament support snapping. Like, it's just very nerve-wracking.
Hey, so I missed a couple of these questions in the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. The Big Brush is asking, what is this, a ZBrush contest or something? Answer is no. So it's Stylus League is the show that Bradley and I have on Friday nights. And if you subscribe to our Stylus League YouTube stream, you can see previous episodes where we usually pick a theme and then do the show. On Saturday, we just started doing a thing called the Super Friends Hangout, which essentially is the guys that I've been hanging out with for years now. Bradley, Tony, and I get together. We do what we would do off camera anyway, which is just work on whatever we feel like working on, and just hanging out and talking and stuff like that. And so today is the first day, even though Bradley couldn't make it, today's the first day that we have had previous guests from the show. So Ian, aka IR Sculpts, is joining us, and so is Ryan. So that's all that is. Yep. And then Ben was asking, did all the staff at the factory know your name, Mike? I am not sure which factory you're talking about. If you're talking about Sideshow, no. They did not know my name.
Like, who is this guy?
They're like, who the F is this dude? Security? Yeah, exactly. But they did know my sculpts though, because when they said ODB and the Darth Maul and Ahsoka cats were like, oh, so that was cool. But as far as knowing me, no. So thank you for that. Pixelogic did know who I was, but that's because there were 4 people in the entire building, and Ian was one of them.
4 important people. All right.
Four that
including you. Including you. So
I was
May,
like,
Paul,
damn.
hi, May, and you.
I was like, do you all still have COVID protocols? Where the hell is everybody?
That is our
So,
protocol.
yeah, it was very laid back staff. But yeah, anyway, that's that. So listen, guys, my buddy from college, who I do my Les and Mike superhero roundtable roundup, is actually on his way over here right now. So I will go around the room and see what everybody is up to. We'll probably wrap for the day and then tune back in to check us out on Friday. Check out Ian's streams. Ian, when are you on again for Pixo?
I am on every Wednesday at noon to 2 Pacific Standard Time. Los
Nice.
Angeles time.
And from now on, Ian will be promoting Stylus League in every one of his Wednesday streams. So that's nice. Giving us a big shout.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna clear it with Paul after I get out of here. No, anyway. Yeah, so check out Ian. Ryan, what are you up to? What's your next when's your next appearance on Friday with us? You got something else going on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's the next one.
Cool. So we got Ryan. We're doing Disney's Robin Hood. Tony and Brad are they will be
Chilling.
appearing in my dream/nightmares. And no, I'm just
Pretty
kidding.
much.
our usual place.
Usual place. Exactly. Yeah, so that's it. But everybody listen, have a fantastic weekend. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of mine, and we will see you on Friday.
All
All
right,
right,
fellas.
fellas.
Man.
All
All right,
right.
guys.
Thanks for coming,
See ya.
guys. For real.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, this was
Take
fun.
care, guys. All right, bye.
Later.